Welcome to the end of day review for Tuesday, the 16th of January 2024. Starting off with the economic calendar, we had a couple of red folder significant news events, one being GBP claimant count, so that's employment related, that was positive, suggesting for us to long GBPUSD. And then we had USD Empire State Manufacturing Index that was negative with the USD, and again suggesting that we should long GBPUSD. And then lastly, we had Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking. This typically isn't ideal because we don't know what they say, and there's often volatility, so it's best not to trade during this time, and I'll probably just call it a day at 5 p.m. Having said that, today's EOD is going to be quite a quick one because there wasn't much activity in terms of actually finding long trades. So I'll start with the daily. What we can see here is that the bullish market structure remains intact. However, in terms of daily consecutive bullish or bearish candles, there wasn't three or more. Today was the third day, and tomorrow will be a daily bias consideration, but for today there wasn't any. Then moving on to the 4 hour, nothing has changed from the previous outlooks. In terms of our objective is to only long. The protein primary leg has been developed and there's no reasons to short. Having said all of that, we can see price is pulling back quite significantly, and the only options to explain why this is happening is either to grab the equal low liquidity right here and then to grab it and move upwards, or alternatively there's signs that market structure is beginning to change. So so those are essentially our two options for why price is pulling back so significantly. And then moving on to the 15-minute, what we can see here is, now that we do have this protein primary leg, any trades must be based on it, and we can't develop any new secondary legs from reactions to the left because there is no reason for price to actually pull back to the downside. Because of this fact, it also means that our only options for trading is one, that we expand the protein primary leg, or we reset it and build a new for each protein primary leg. What that essentially meant is that there was no trades available for today or yesterday, and the idea is based on the same premise that if there's only evidence or narrative support for one direction, then why is price pulling back? And because of this, it's simply not smart to try and force any trades here in this leg, because it's somewhat unexplainable why price is pulling so deeply back into this. So any shorts that you would potentially take are low probability, and a good possibility that it's just luck. Having said all of that, there is an argument that there's a lot of IRL and liquidity built here, but in terms of the actual 4 hour higher time frame narrative and framing up the shorts, I think it's severely lacking. Then I guess the conclusion for this end of day review is that there wasn't much activity, so we essentially that brings me to the conclusion of the end of day review, and we'll chat again for the London outlook.